Welcome back to Active Inventory. Today we're going to take a look at the Active Inventory Restock page and show you all the great pieces of information that you can have at your fingertips in one place so you can put in the exact right amount of inventory and don't have too little or too much at the Amazon warehouse. If you want to quickly get started, you can click here to get a help article that will show you exactly how to put together a finalized restock sheet. Filter here is going to filter through the five different statuses. Red means that it's almost out of stock or out of stock ready. Yellow means that we need to put some stock in. Green means that you're doing well and you're right where you need to be. Purple is brand new. Gray indicates there's some overstock, and white is an indication that there's very limited sales on this product. You can search by tag, name, SKU, and ASIN, and you also can search for items that are only going out your warehouse that only have an FBM SKU on them, and take a look at those all at one time. Over here on the right, this is a refresh. You can do that to clear any searches or statuses. You can print what's currently on your FBA shipment amount. You can finalize, and you can delete if you want to get rid of it. So let me give you just some overview of a couple things that are going to be very helpful to you. Each of these columns has a little eye. If you mouse over it, it's going to explain all the pieces of information that is in that column. If you want a more detailed explanation of that, you can go to the Restock page explained. If you click on that, it's going to give you all the different columns. If you open them up, it's going to have a more detailed explanation of that. All right, let's go back to the Restock page here. We're going to click here. We're going to click the view to get back into it. Let's take a look at these columns. First, so the first column is hide. If you click on the hide button, it will make the item hidden, and you will no longer see it on the Restock page here. Status, any of these items which are green are sortable. So if you click on status, you can see the ones that are most needed to go into the warehouse. Yellow indicates they need to be in the warehouse. Green means they're okay. Gray indicates that they are overstocks. When you get to the whites, that means there's very limited sales. And if you see any purple ones, those are ones that are brand new into the warehouse and have not had any sales yet. We're going to give you the FBM SKU. That's a SKU that if you send it out of your own warehouse, if it doesn't have one, it'll leave it blank. The ASIN, the product name, the FBA SKU, the product image, category, the rank in the category, and tags. And remember, rank is a one-time snapshot. So sometimes it can be really good. It sometimes bounces around depending on which category you're in. So again, you want to get very familiar with your categories and which ranks are good in those categories. Next column shows us our current price that we are setting for the FBA for this product. Shows us the fees, the FBM price, and the fees if we send it out of our own warehouse, and also the buy box price. Next two columns indicates in the last 90 days how much we have sold out of our warehouse. And then we see the next column shows us how much we've sold out of the Amazon warehouse system in the last 90 days. The sell-through rate is a calculation on how quickly your item is selling in the Amazon warehouse. A score of 2 or above is going to be a very good score there. Our next column indicates available. Available is the amount of items that you have in Amazon that are ready to be sold currently. Transfer indicates items that are going in between the warehouses. Inbound indicate ones that you are sending into the warehouse but are not yet ready to be sold. The total is the total of all three of those. Orders indicates ones that are being processed right now to be sent to customers. FC processing means that they are being checked at the warehouses. Unfulfillable means they are broken or there's something wrong with them, so they either need to be destroyed or recalled. And overstock indicates if they are a larger item. Days remaining indicates how many days are left in stock based on your average sales. Out of stock indicates how many days in the last 90 days that your item has been out of stock in the Amazon warehouse system. The weekly projected sales is your average sales per week. Our next pieces of information is something you're only going to see in active inventory. What we do is we're going to show you what you have sent in on your last 4 shipments of this product. So if this product's been on the last 4 shipments, we're going to show you exactly how much you have sent in and the date that you sent it in. This gives you a framework for how much you're going to be sending in for this product. It gives you a little bit of a pattern. What it also does is it gives you a check so that if Amazon for some reason isn't showing inbound or isn't showing some transfers, it kind of gives you a check. So if you think, we saw this happen oftentimes, we'd be going to put stuff in and be like, man, didn't I put 10 in on the last shipment? And then all of a sudden 10 shows up on inbound the next day. So here you can say, yeah, I did put 10 in last. And so this is going to keep you from overstocking. Sent received is coming from Amazon. It'll show you that when you set up a shipment, it'll be under sent. And then when Amazon recognizes it, receives it, and actually puts it into inventory, it will be under received. So it gives you a sense, again, of what's going on at the warehouse end. Minimum maximum is going to be something also that's going to be unique to active inventory. Most other software programs are going to give you one number. We're going to give you a range. The reason we give you a range is you can then look back and say, how are my sales in the last 14 days? If they're a little bit weak, I'm going to get toward the min. If they're a little bit stronger, I'm going to go toward the max. We're going to give you a framework of how much days do you want in Amazon warehouses. This one is the default setting is between 21 and 35 days. So it'll kind of give you a sense of what number in between you should be putting in your FBA shipment over here. Expiration date here, if your item has expiration date, you can easily enter it here. So that goes into the Amazon database also. So now that you've been able to look at all the different pieces of information, you can now make a decision on what your amount you want to send into FBA is. Again, one of the reasons that we put together active inventory is we found that we had to go to 2-3 different programs to try and find all the information that we needed to make a decision on what we should send in. We want to have all that information in one place. So I want to see what the price is, what the buy box is, how much I'm selling in FBA. Did I have some out of stock time and I've sold a bunch on FBM because of it? What is my inbound going on? Be able to see what is it that I've sent in over the last 3 shipments, 4 shipments, and look at all these different kind of things. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in our different amounts, minimum maximums, to make a decision on how much we want to send in. Once we do that, we're going to click finalize. Now it's important that we finalize this. If we don't finalize this restock history doesn't show up. So we're going to click on the finalize, and it's going to give us a warning here. Once you finalize, you can't add any more SKUs to your shipment in active inventory. So once you finalize, you can change the amounts, but you can't add any more SKUs. So just be aware of that. When you're ready to finalize, click finalize. It'll take you over to the restock history page. From there, you can view it. You can send it to Amazon. You can send it to Inventory Lab and have that shipment sent in to the Amazon warehouse system.